I hope it's going live. All right, I think we are live on Facebook. We are live on this platform as well. Just wait a little bit for people to arrive. I think it's going to be a good one. So, strength training for weight loss. If you haven't seen my previous webinar about the fat loss and the differences, please go ahead and watch that. But there will be, if you haven't watched that, I will come back to some of them, so you will be able to see. You'll get an idea, and then you will be able to watch it again later on. And then you can, the easiest way to find the links, it's in my bio on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, go to my bio, and then you will have a link to this webinar and also to the webinar which we done week ago. You can sign up for this. They are free to watch. If you enjoy them, please share them with your friends. And also, if you got any questions, ask them. But I might not be able to answer them straight in, but I will definitely answer them at some point. Yeah. Okay. I can see people coming to the live stream. That's great. Okay, let's get started. So it's a strength training for weight loss, and to basically understand the strength training and why we do strength training, it's important to know the difference between the weight loss and the fat loss. So this is one of those things we covered last time. For both, you need to have a calorie deficit, and how you arrive to your calorie deficit, it's up to you. You can eat less, you can exercise more, doesn't really matter. But if you want to get fat loss, you need to do training. And then we've got like two different kind of trainings. You can do cardio and you can go and do strength. One of them is good for fat loss. The second one is a little bit less good. Let's see. So there's the main difference between those two is, I'm not going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you here. So cardio. Cardio is the all exercises which you do where your heart rate goes up and you spend prolonged time doing this thing. So let's say this is like running, this is cycling, swimming, walking, Zumba, conga, triathlon, hiking, things you do for prolonged time. And they are good. They are great for your cardiovascular system. They are good for your heart. They are good for your mental state, but they're not necessarily the best for a weight loss, well, fat loss. Now, into the strength. Strength is basically lifting heavy things. So you don't have to really lift barbell. You can do any resistance training or lifting either heavy things or do the resistance training. So if you go to the gym and you've got the machines there and you put some weight and you push the weight, it's still a strength training. Strength training is also like lifting very heavy child up and down your head, for example. Now, in terms of what the differences between the cardio and strength, the cardio, ultimately, the cardio burns calories. So you go for a 1 hour run and then you burn, let's say, 400 calories. And it's good, it's a good way of burning calories. But strength, on the other hand, is building muscles. And it's super important to build muscles. And you'll see why. Because you cannot burn enough calories. The moment you stop burning calories, the moment you stop running, or if you stop any activity, you don't burn calories anymore. With the strength training, it's a little bit different because this is the okay. We'll come back to this. This is important to remember. This is again from the last video we done. Super important to know the difference. You've got a basic metabolic rate. And the basic metabolic rate is the amount of energy your body needs to spend to keep you alive. And the only way to increase this basic metabolic rate is to build muscles, right? There's no other way. So if you, let's say everyone is getting older, and every year you drop around 1% roughly of body muscle mass. So if you drop 1% of body mass every year, after 20 years, your basic metabolic rate will dramatically drop. And this is the problem we see with a lot of people saying, oh, I always been eating the same, and at some point I start putting on weight. And this is because your basic metabolic rate went down. You didn't try to preserve your muscles. You didn't do any strength training. Your muscles went down, hence your basic metabolic rate went down. And then suddenly let's say you've been eating 2000 calories a day. Suddenly this 2000 calories is too much. And the surplus, like let's say 200 or 300 calories, it's getting stored in the fat. So that's crucial to be able to work on to building muscles, to keep the high basic metabolic rate. And now there are three main benefits of strength training. One is this increased muscle mass, which we already talked. We'll cover this a little bit further down. There's another one, which is the EPOC effect. I hope I say this right, EPOC. And then the improved insulin sensitivity. So into the increased muscle mass. Basically, as I said before, if you got more muscles, then your basic metabolic rate is higher. And if you have your basic metabolic rate higher, you burn more calories every day. And you burn them in the sleep, you burn them when you sit on the sofa, you basically burn them all the time. So remember, running, you're burning calories only when you do activity. And when you've got a lot of muscles, you burn calories all the time, because muscles on your body, they cost your body energy. If you put a kilogram of muscles to your, let's say, to your body, let's say to your biceps, you grow your biceps, your body need to really try hard to fuel this muscle, even if you don't use it. So you need to get the oxygen supply there. You have to have a blood, you have to have nutrition, a lot of things which cost your body energy, and hence your basic metabolic rate goes up, right? Now, the second part, so this is the most important. The first point, the increased muscle mass, is the most important part of the strength training. But also there is another one, this EPOC effect, which is excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, meaning that when you do your strength training, your heart rate and your muscles and your body needs to work double hard to repair your tissue. So because when you do strength training, you break the tissue a bit, and then your body recover by building it. So that's why you have to eat proteins to allow your body to repair the broken muscles, fatigue muscles. And then this costs your body energy again. So you basically spend a little bit more energy this way. And then you've got another one, there is a improved insulin sensitivity. And you basically, insulin is a way of your body to deal with the sugar, because the sugar in your blood, it's toxic. It's not the best to have too much sugar in your blood. So then your body sends the insulin to the bloodstream to make it sure that the insulin, the sugar is in the check. If you got too much insulin, you basically, there's a lot of problems with having too much insulin. And I mean, we're not going to go into this right now, but basically, if your sensitivity to insulin is not good, you store quite a lot of fat all the time. So anytime you put any sugar to your mouth and then to your blood system, your body stores into the storage, and then having too much insulin stops you from burning fat as well. So that's a super important, and you can achieve this by doing the strength training. So you've got the three main points here, three main benefits: increase muscle mass, EPOC effect, and improve insulin sensitivity. So now let's get into actually the strength training. That's what you came for here. So you need to do around 2 to 3 training sessions per week. And we are going for like a basic 3 to 5 sets between 3 to 12 reps. I like to keep it around 8 because it's great for strength and it's great for building your muscles. You need to remember about the progressive overload, meaning every time you come to the gym, you need to lift a little bit more or make the breaks in between sets a little bit shorter. Always go for the full body workout, because this is the most optimal way. Unless you train 5 to 6 times a week, then there is a difference. But this is just for basic. This is for beginners. So always do the full body workout and focus on the movements like squat, hinge, pull, push, and anti-rotation. And I've got a little plan here for you. So this is what I do with a lot of my clients, actually. We got 2 days. If you decided to do the third day, you can do mix of those two on the third day, or focus on the lifts you are not good at. So first day, you do the Zercher squat. Zercher is it's like almost like a back squat, but instead of having the barbell on your back, you're having this in your crease of your elbows here. You can check it. It's quite nice way to load it, and it's easier for your lower back. Then you've got the overhead press, and then you've got alternative kettlebell row. So as you see, you've got squat, press, and row. And the next day you do hex deadlift, chest press, and pull up. So you've got hinge, press, and pull again. So you're always going for those 4: hinge, squat, pull, and push, and some anti-rotation as well, which happens during those lifts, because let's say you're squatting, you really have to activate your abs and your core to keep upright. And so how this plays, you can apply this to all of them. You're starting with the 3 sets of warm-up. The first one, I'm talking about the squat at this moment. You've got, let's say, 20 bodyweight squats. So you do 20 bodyweight squats. Then you follow by 14 to 16 Zerchers with the empty bar. So it's super light. And then you go a little bit more. You do between 20 to 50 kilo, and then you try to do 12 reps. Now, after that, you've got the working sets. You can do the clusters. So let's say if I ask you to do 8 reps, the cluster would mean that you do 3 reps, you take 10 seconds break, and then you do another 3 reps, you take 10 seconds break, and then you follow with another 2. This is the easiest way to be able to lift heavy. But if you're a beginner, you don't have to do this. All you have to do is just basically put enough weight on your bar so you can lift 8 times. And you could probably do the 9th one, but the 10th would be a struggle. And I want you to do 8 reps and then put the bar back, rest in between sets. The rest, well, it should be between minute and minute and a half, and then repeat it another 2 or 3 times. And that's all. And apply this to all the lifts. So remember, so you've got the lifts here. You can screenshot them if you want. Okay, and that's basically it. It was a very, very quick one. If you don't know how to start and you don't know the exercises, you can find them on the YouTube channel, on my YouTube channel. Or you can basically just Google them or any YouTube, and you will see them explained. And in terms of questions, the best way is probably my Instagram, where you can find me. You can ask questions over there. Or if you're a Fitness Soul member, you can just email me or just talk to me during or after the class. Oh, okay. Joanna is telling me it's always nice to have your wife supporting you. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you for watching. If anyone else was watching and anyone else found the value in this, let me know. I'm always curious who was watching. And this is a message to all my PT clients and to all our members in the Fitness Soul. Please watch this. Please make the notes, because I will ask you questions during the classes. Okay, I hope you have an amazing day. Take care. Okay, bye.